truth. And what? And shame the devil. I
All right.
love being black. All right, people, as I promised, I'm a little late. Y'all forgive me. We were getting things together. So we got a little slide up so you could see. And come on in. I need everybody to share this page. If you're on Twitter X, share it. If you're on YouTube, share this page. If you're on Facebook, share this page. I'm just waiting a few more people come in so we won't have to repeat ourselves. We want to talk about the SNAP benefits. That's what we're talking about today. That has everybody attention right now. Even mine, even though I don't receive EBT benefits, but I want to know. I definitely want to know the information. Information is powerful. So again, I want to give a shout out to Teamwork Englewood and the Westside Justice Center for joining me tonight. Appreciate you guys. We're going to get to rolling in a minute. Y'all can do better. All right. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. And we are going to be educated. Now, we're going on factuals now. Not he said, she said, or I think. So we got proof right here on the screen, and that's what we want to roll with. So come on in, people. Come on in. And I'm going to wait a few more minutes before we get started so we won't have to repeat ourselves. And also tonight, we're taking calls. So we're going to really answer the best to our ability. So don't give us these hard questions now. Please don't. Please don't. You see the screen right there? And it's going to give us a lot of information, And I can't wait. I'm going to see if I can blow it up a little bit better so if you guys can see it. I might can put it up a little better. Let me see. All right. Let me see. All right. I got it big where they can see it on the screen, but they can't see us, but they can see the screen. So people, for those of you that wasn't in the chat before you just came in, I need you guys to share the video. This is real good information. We need this for those of us that's receiving SNAP benefits. And I appreciate if you share it. If you're on Twitter X, please share it. If you're on YouTube, please share it. And if you're on Facebook, please share it. All right, we're going to get started. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to shame the devil. Again, we want to shout out to Teamwork Englewood and the Westside Justice Center. And these are two organizations that are doing really great for the community. And we want to support them. We want to listen to what they have to say because they are pillars in the community, real pillars in the community. They're doing the work. They're on ground zero, helping a lot of people. All right, Mr. Reese, you can get started now. I'm here listening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Martin. And Mark Mitchell, thank you so much for the invitation. Really want an opportunity to share with you all what is getting ready to happen with your SNAP benefits. So right now we know that the government is currently shut down. So effective on November 1st, which I do believe is on Saturday, there will be no SNAP benefits unless the federal government releases additional funds for SNAP benefits. Those benefits will end for all Americans effective November 1st. In addition to that, on December 1st of this year, because of the One Big Beautiful Bill that was enacted on July 4th of this year, signed by President Donald Trump, there will be additional changes to the SNAP benefit changes. So what are some of those changes? There's a work requirement. People between the ages of 18 to 64 will be required to work or volunteer a minimum of 80 hours per month. So that might be 20 hours per week. It may be, however you do 80 hours, or participate in certain training or education. That work can be paid, it can be unpaid, it can be volunteer, it can be community service, it can be any combination of that. However, if individuals do not meet that work requirement of 80 hours per month, they risk losing their SNAP benefits. So they'll receive 3 months of benefits if they don't make those 80 hours during that time period. But after that 3 months of not meeting that 80-hour work requirement, SNAP benefits will end, and they will end for up to 3 years. That's a long time for people that are in need of food. That's a long time.
Could I get you to repeat? Could I get you to repeat that again?
You sure can.
Please. That's very important. Yes, go ahead.
Individuals ages 18 to 64 must meet a minimum work requirement of 80 hours per month. If for 3 months individuals do not meet that requirement of 80 hours per month, they have the potential to lose their SNAP benefits for up to 3 years. 3 years, no SNAP benefits. So we want to make sure people are aware of what this work requirement are. We want to make sure people are aware that if you're able-bodied and you can work or you can volunteer, that you do so. I want you all to remember the ages. It's between ages 18 to 64. Now, there are some people that this requirement does not apply to. Who is that? People that are younger than 18 or they're older than 64. If there's a parent or other member of the household that includes a child under the age of 14, individuals that are pregnant, some Native Americans, individuals that are in a drug addiction or alcohol treatment program or are mentally unable to work. So that means you've been diagnosed by a doctor that you're unable to work. Individuals who are taking care of or are the sole caregiver for a person that is incapacitated. Those individuals do not have to meet that work requirement. But if you're between the ages of 18 and 64 and you're able-bodied to work, then you're going to have to meet that work requirement. Another change that's coming is that undocumented citizens were never eligible for SNAP, but additionally now, naturalized U.S. citizens can qualify for the same benefits as a U.S.-born U.S. citizen, including SNAP. But immigrants under the new law that are now excluded are refugees, asylees, certain victims of human trafficking, certain victims of violence and torture are no longer under the new law eligible to receive SNAP benefits. So I want you all to understand this one big, beautiful bill that was signed by the president this year has hurt a lot and will continue to hurt a lot of Americans. There are about 2.1 million individuals in the state of Illinois alone that receive SNAP benefits. This is something that's crucial to our population, to our community. We have to share with individuals what is going to happen. This takes place December 1st, but prior to that, November 1, again, the government is shut down. With the government being shut down right now, there is no end in sight. And so that means that food benefits will end. There will be no SNAP benefits come November 1. But December 1 is when these other restrictions go into place. I want to share with you what the income requirements are and which non-citizens can still qualify for SNAP. Certain Cuban and Haitian entrants can still qualify. Individuals that lawfully reside in the United States can still receive SNAP benefits. And lawful permanent residents who've been here for at least, so that's a minimum of 5 years, can still receive or can still apply for SNAP benefits. The income requirements have also changed. SNAP eligibility is determined on household size and composition, your citizenship and immigration status, your income, and if you are an Illinois resident. I want you to pay close attention to those guidelines because those guidelines are stricter for the income requirements than they've ever been before. And so you want to make sure that you're falling within those income requirements. And again, if you're able-bodied, you're eligible to work. November 1st is the first deadline. December 1st is the second deadline. And this is something that until, there's a change in our current presidency will be in effect. I'll take questions, Martin.
Okay. Do we have any? We can have some questions if you guys want to call in. As a matter of fact, do me a favor, go over the age requirements, the ones that definitely will benefit again, because we have more people coming in. We have at least 100 people in here now. So they wasn't in here when we first started, but
that's okay.
That's how it works. So we got time. Let me put the phone number up there if you guys want to call in and ask any questions. I'm ready to take them. Okay. You put the number up here.
I'll start with a question, Mark.
Go ahead, Mark. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So you say the age requirement. So anyone over 18 and younger than 64 have to do volunteer work or get a job, right?
That is correct. Unless you're taking care of someone that's disabled, you yourself are disabled or in an alcohol or treatment or drug program, or you have a child in the home that's under the age of 14.
So if I'm in the alcohol, drug, and treatment. What my SNAP benefits gonna go to me or my kids at home?
Your SNAP benefits would still go to the person who applied for the SNAP benefits. So if you are the person that applied for the SNAP benefits, that's where they will go to.
Okay. And then
Wow.
you say, so there'll be no benefits in November, period.
November 1, right now the federal government is saying as of November 1, they will not fund SNAP benefits because the government is shut down. And due to the government shutdown, the original reason right now that people may not receive SNAP benefits come November 1st. But then December 1st starts these new requirements.
Yeah. So when you say volunteer, can you talk to me what volunteer means?
Volunteer meaning you do not get a paycheck.
Okay. Well, what do I, like I'm saying, how do I prove volunteer?
You can volunteer at your organization, Mark, which is Teamwork Englewood. You can volunteer at the Westside Justice Center. You can volunteer for any community-based organization. So the Greater Chicago Food Depository, Red Cross, any of these wonderful agencies that are out here that are helping individuals, you can volunteer. But what they have not figured out here in Illinois is how they are going to track this information. What information people are going to have to submit to be able to say they volunteered or they worked X number of hours. Working is a little easy because if you're working, then you're getting a paycheck, you can submit a paycheck. If you're volunteering, that's a little bit more challenging. The other question that we have posed to the state is for people that are in this category, let's say they're in this 55 to 64 category and may not be technically savvy. How do they submit their documentation if you can't submit it via phone and you can only do it via computer? How do they do that? How is it going to be monitored and how is it going to be tracked? The state doesn't have any answers for that yet.
Okay. What about can you volunteer at the churches?
You can volunteer at the churches. And so what I want people to keep in mind with volunteering, wherever you choose to volunteer, those organizations will have to submit to you a letter on their letterhead of some sort that you will then have to submit to the state. What we don't know is in what form or fashion or how often you will have to submit that documentation to the state.
Wow.
Okay, I got another question. So you say if I get home under 14, I'm okay.
You are okay. Now, if your kids are 15 and older, you are not okay.
Okay, if 14 and under, there's still a certain income that I have to be under, right?
You still have to be under. So I'm going to go to this page here that has the income requirements.
Right, go ahead and okay.
Pull that up.
That's monthly payments. Yeah, monthly. Okay. So I ain't four kids, you still got them. Yeah.
So with no older adult or a disabled person in the household and you have 4 kids, your monthly gross income cannot be more than $4,421. Now, if you have an adult that's 6 years older or a disabled person in the home, then your income with 4 people cannot be more than $5,358.
Gotcha.
Okay. My question is for now, how do you guys, well, I couldn't say how do you guys now, so you have the whole month of November to come up to figure out how they're going to be able to prove that people are doing their volunteer. So that's kind of tricky there for me.
So that's for the state to do. Community-based organizations, we are bracing for being able to have volunteer hours for individuals and comply with the state requirements. But the state has not yet come up with a plan on how we would submit that documentation or what documentation we would need to provide to individuals that want to volunteer at our organizations for them to be able to submit to SNAP or Department of Human Services to say they volunteered at our organizations for whatever period of time.
So you're telling me how many hours again a month?
80.
So that's 2 weeks actually.
Right. So if you do 20 hours per week, okay, if you do a minimum of 20 hours per week, then you'll hit your 80 hours for the month. Or if you work 40 hours one week and 10 hours another week, or whatever that looks like, but you have to hit 80 within that month to be able to receive SNAP benefits.
Hmm. Hmm. And this has been taking place December 1, right?
December 1, 2025.
Now, I don't know if this is a stupid question or not. What if we're still on the lockdown? You know, is this effective? I mean, do they receive any benefits?
I honestly don't know, because if the government is still shut down, people would not be receiving benefits, anyway. So I don't know if they would actually put this into effect as of December 1, because technically if the government is shut down, you're not changing anything. People are still not getting benefits because the government is shut down.
Okay.
Okay,
All
I
right,
got a
people, I'm looking
question.
for some calls. Go ahead, Mark.
I
Go
got
ahead.
another question, Mark. If I'm getting SSI, right,
Mm-hmm.
then that means I got some kind of mental or physical disability, right?
Uh-huh.
So I can still get, is that right?
You would still get your SNAP benefits. So here's the other thing we're encouraging
Okay.
people to do. We have all the things going on in our community, where we're trying to help individuals, with food. And so what we know is that the food pantries may become kind of stressed for food at this point. They may be looking for other people to give or to donate. So if already going to the grocery store, purchase a couple of extra things on behalf of someone else that may not have something, so that you can share with another family. If you live in an apartment building and you all pool your monies together because everybody gets SNAP and you need to do something to help everybody, then do so. What we know is that we're coming upon a time of what we consider Thanksgiving, the month of November. It is time for us to not only be thankful for what we have, but thankful to make sure that we're helping our neighbors to get through what we call a really challenging time, because we don't know how long the government is going to be shut down. We don't know if SNAP benefits will truly take effect with all these changes December 1, because we don't know if the government will still be shut down December 1. But what we can say is, I have a little extra here. I can help another family out, and I can purchase a little extra. You may not be able to buy a whole meal for a lot of people, but you may be able to buy an extra can of this, or an extra bottle of that, or extra chicken here. Do those things so that if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I need something, can you help me? You're able to be a blessing to somebody else.
Hmm. That's good. That's real good. All right, people, we want to take some calls, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-63. Please call in and ask some questions. I'm still learning. All this is new to me as well. That's why I'm basically listening and not teaching, because I don't know. I really don't know. And she put the proof up here so we can see it. And a lot of you that are receiving these benefits, you need to know this. You definitely need, especially with small children and people that with disabilities, you really need to know this information. So I'm waiting on some calls to come, and the line is open. The lines are open now. This is real information. And
The other
somebody
thing
put
I'll
up,
share is,
go
with
ahead.
our community-based organizations, come up within your community-based organization, how can you help your community? And so you may be a small food pantry to your community. You may be able to partner with the Greater Chicago Food Depository for a period of time and say, we want to be a food pantry and we're open whatever days another food pantry is not open, or we want to partner with another food pantry so that we can provide food to the community. Because what we know is that we're coming up on the holidays, and there was a time when you say, well, families may not be able to get Christmas toys, and so we were all trying to help, pull a name off a tree to get Christmas toys. This is more dire than a toy this year. This is, can people survive? Will people eat? If people have to choose between sending their children to school safely, paying their rent, feeding their bellies, that's a tough decision. Somewhere somebody loses, and you want to make sure people don't starve. So you want to be sure to do what we can as a community,
Mhm.
as a community-based organizations, to do just what we say we're going to do: help our communities.
Sharice, we got a call. We have a first caller.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, caller 0151. You're live, uncut, unedited. Come on. What's the question?
Okay, I have a question. Right now, I'm on disability for mental health, and I would like to know, do I have to work at anything, for the requirements?
So for you, because you have a disability, ma'am, you would not have to work. And so these guidelines are people that are for 18 to 64 and they do not have a disability. And so you'll see here on line 6, it says a parent or other member of the household with responsibility for the care of an incapacitated person or someone else that's in any type of treatment program. And so if you are medically certified as physically or mentally unable to work, then you do not have to meet this work requirement that will go into effect on December 1.
Okay, so when I receive the paperwork, I just send it back.
Do whatever that paperwork is asking you to do. I'm going to encourage everybody. If you're receiving information in the mail and they're telling you to send something back, you want to make sure you complete your paperwork and send that paperwork back. Because what you don't want to happen is that you don't send your paperwork back and you lose your benefits because you didn't follow the rules and did submit the required documentation.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
calling. Thank you for
But
calling.
Sharice, she still won't get anything for November, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
I think she
Yeah.
told us that.
November 1, the only way any of us will get anything for November 1 is if the government is going to continue to fund SNAP benefits. And right now we know the government is still shut down. And as the government is shut down, they are saying there will be no SNAP benefits as of November 1. That is coming from the federal government, not our state of Illinois, but from the federal government.
Sharice, could you do a repeat? I know it sounds like a broken record, but could you repeat about what can we do to lose it? That's it. A lot of people don't understand it now. We know what we have to do to keep it, but what is it that we shouldn't do? And just like the volunteer work, if we don't volunteer, we're able to lose it. And explain that to me, how that goes.
Individuals do not work for 3 months, the required minimum of 80 hours per month. Okay, so look at bullet number 3. If after 3 months of not working, okay, that means 80 hours per month, you're not working. So that not working is volunteering, that's paid work, that's unpaid work, that's educational, whatever that looks like. If you're not doing any of that for 3 months, you will no longer be able to receive SNAP benefits for up to 3 years.
Wow. Okay. All right, people. That's very important. Very important.
But if you go back to work, right, Sharice? If you go back, say you don't work for 3 months, then all of a sudden you go back to work and you then work for 3 months, then you can get it back, right?
You have to reapply.
You have to reapply. Otherwise,
So if you don't work for 3 months and you lose your SNAP benefits, you have to reapply from the very beginning for SNAP benefits. They don't just say, oh, you went back to work. Hey, you can go back to getting your SNAP benefits. You have to reapply and requalify for those SNAP benefits. There is no guarantee that when you reapply that you're going to qualify a second time.
Wow. So how are we going to get this information out? We have to, one way we're doing it by social media, and this information need to be gotten out to everybody, even those that don't have SNAP benefits.
So the Greater Chicago Food Depository has information on their website. Westside Justice Center will be putting information on our website effective tomorrow. Mark Mitchell over at Teamwork Englewood, he'll have this information to share out on his website and with his community. But the other thing is going door to door. I know people that are receiving SNAP benefits will receive this information in the mail. Other than that, I would suggest take these one-page handouts, put them in your post office, put them in your grocery stores, put them in the library. For schools, send them home with your families. Because sometimes parents don't always, see social media, but they will maybe check your folder and see what's in that paper so that you can make sure that what you need, it's in there and they can read that. So we have to share any way that we can, and it can't just be social media because there's a vast majority of people that receive public aid benefits that are not on social media.
That's correct. That is true.
So, Sharice, can we talk about the Greater Food Depository and how they can help?
So the Greater Chicago Food Depository, they are working with a lot of food pantries right now to make sure that they provide as much as they possibly can. But again, if there is currently a strain on them, and I don't know if there is or not, but I'm saying if there is, you got to understand that strain will be greater now because more people will be looking to food pantries for assistance. So it can't all be left up to the food pantries. Those of us that are working, and again, if you can afford an extra whatever dollar amount when you go to the grocery store just to get some extra whatever it is, so that if somebody, your neighbor says, I don't have any groceries, you may be able to provide them some bread and some peanut butter and jelly. You may be able to provide them some ground turkey and some spaghetti and some spaghetti sauce.
Well, we got another caller. You heard him. Okay, Mr. Marcus, what is your question?
Well, my question is not really a question. I heard the requirements being read, and I just have to say, what are these people thinking? They want people to volunteer for some stamps? I mean, come on. I mean, give them jobs. Give them jobs that they can thrive off of. I don't think people wake up in the morning and say, I want some government assistance and I'm going to lay up and make babies. And what are these people thinking? And this is not about black or white. This is about the rich and the poor. And the rich being selfish, poor pay the most taxes, do the most work, and the rich want to make it easier for themselves. If anybody support that, you working, that's like you working for your savings account to withdraw money out your savings account. We all pay into the system one way or another. There's people out here working hard right there. I'm down here working hard, downtown, working hard. I'm not just a photographer. I'm making sure people get their meals when they order. So I'm down here working hard. And it's not like people don't want to work. The bills are sky high, rent is sky high, and they don't want to give people a break on their food? Come on. And on top of that, they don't want to give them good Medicaid. This is supposed to be America, and we talk about other countries. Other countries take care of their own. We're not doing that. We're creating anarchy. People are not going to get up and go work for free. They're not going to get up and go volunteer and work for some stamps when they just gave other people who are not even American citizens $4,000 worth of stamps. Come on, man.
Well,
that's my
okay. Thank you for your comment and everything. I can't say nothing because I just don't want the people. I don't want the people to lose out. You know, if they had to do what they have to do. If they're not working, I don't want them to lose out. Yeah.
I understand, but we need to also continue to fight. Fight.
And you said something really important, Marcus. We have to continue to fight. And by fighting, it's not a physical fight. It is truly, talking with our elected officials, our alder people, our state reps, our state senators, our mayors, our governor, because what we want to do is we want them to hear our concerns. And so they can take that back to the federal government, but we have to say something, and we can't just come together once and say, oh, we came together around this topic and so we're done. We have to come together and stay together around all these topics that are affecting not just one person, but all of us. Because if we don't come together and stay together, another person is going to try and do something else out there to say, well, they did this or they did that. And they're going to keep trying to oppress people by what they think is what we should have or what we should not have. We have to stay together. And that has not been what we've done in the past. We all come together around a topic and say, okay, we gonna march, we gonna this around this topic. Then we feel like
stick with it.
We do something else. Exactly. We have to stick with it.
We have to stick with it. And we got to quit saying, I ain't got to worry about it. I got a 9 to 5. I have a 9 to 5 right now. I'm a photographer and I deliver people their food. But I'm concerned about the people who don't have that 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Just
Another
as well
thing
as
is,
if it was me.
I'm seeing these comments about job fairs and there are no jobs. There are jobs here. Maybe everybody does not qualify for all the jobs, but there are jobs. We have to, as individuals, say, I'm gonna get up and go to a job fair. And so, if you hung out all day, you can't decide at 1 o'clock in the afternoon you're going to the job fair and the job fair end at 1:30. You got to get up and go to those job fairs and ask the questions. There are several organizations that are holding resource fairs and job fairs to be able to share information. The organization I work for, the Westside Justice Center, and the organization that Mark Mitchell works for, Teamwork ENGLEWOod. We have organizations that provide free information, free legal services for people, and people don't show up when we say it's free. They still don't come.
That's true.
Because they I hate to say it, they're lazy. They don't want to. Some people just don't want to work. But for the ones that do want to work, I will say this. The jobs, Martin have said it, there may be jobs, but are they paying livable wages? Are they paying private wages? Are they paying a wage where you can pay rent without worrying about robbing Peter to pay Paul?
Yeah. Hold it right there, Marcus. I got two more callers. Okay, I want to let all the callers know. Please refrain. Yeah, okay. Please refrain from swearing, because this is a professional platform and we want to get the word out, and we don't want a lot of bad, notoriety on here. Okay, so thank you. We're going to go to the next caller. 7186. Hey, caller.
Hi. 3 things. So I get SSI. I'm disabled, and my mom takes care of me, and we both get SNAP. Will she be able to continue to get SNAP because she's my caregiver, not on paper, but she takes care of me?
She will still continue to get SNAP benefits, and you will as well, because she is the caregiver of a person that is not able to take care of themselves. The state may require documentation for that. We don't know all the details yet because all the details have not been shared. And because all of this has happened so quickly, I believe the state is still trying to figure out the ins and outs and how do we, what systems they're going to have in place to be able to take on all this new documentation and people submit this information in a way that's going to be easy for people to submit it and a way that's easy for them to be able to approve it in a timely manner.
Okay, thank you. Then the next question is, so my dad is a veteran. Will he be able to continue to get his SNAP?
Is your dad older than 64, ma'am?
No.
Yes.
I had to mute him. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you're saying your dad is not older than 64?
No.
Okay, so as of right now, based on what we have as guidelines, a person must be between the ages of 18 and 64, and they have to meet these work requirements. Or if you're older than 64, you do not have to meet these work requirements.
Okay, thank you. Then my last question is, will they retro pay us back SNAP or no? That's a done deal.
To my understanding, there is no retro benefits.
Oh, wow.
So that we won't get back what we've missed from the shutdown. No.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome. I think that was an excellent question. We got another caller. We have 2 more callers. I believe that's Trina. Hey, Trina, how are you doing? Trina? 5011. Miss, she probably got me on mute.
Oh, I was muted. I'm sorry. How you doing, Martin?
Great. I'm glad you're on here because you're very smart. I want to hear what you have to say. Go ahead.
Well, I know that Chuck Schumer must have been listening because they're supposed to be introducing the bill tomorrow, so there won't be a lapse in the SNAP benefit if the bill passes.
Oh, okay.
So you're saying the federal government is supposed to introduce a bill?
Oh, she actually, hold on, Therese. She asked you a question. Therese asked you a question. Go ahead, Therese.
So you're saying that the House or the Senate is introducing a bill tomorrow for it to be signed so that the individuals don't miss SNAP benefits?
Correct.
Okay.
That's news because
Yeah, I made sure I did a live, because I like to show people receipts, and hold people accountable. Not that we can hold Chuck Schumer accountable if the bill didn't pass, but I'm looking for them to pass that bill and not let there be a lapse, so there won't be chaos in the street.
So you're talking about our government here in the state of Illinois, not the federal government.
I'm talking about the federal government, ma'am.
Okay, well, so the reason I'm asking questions is because I know the last that I heard, which was yesterday, the House had said they were not going back into session until the Senate until the Senate came back and passed the bill that they wanted, passed the budget, excuse me. And so your information, I hope that's really great information that they actually do pass a bill, because that means people will be able to get their benefits November 1. That would be awesome.
Yeah, they're introducing it. I did not say that it was passed. I said they're going to introduce it tomorrow, and hopefully it will pass.
All right, let's keep our eyes and ears open, folks, and let's see if they introduce it and it gets passed. That would be great news for individuals that are receiving SNAP benefits, so that they don't have a lack in their benefits for November.
Okay. Listen. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, nobody needs that type of chaos, it's that's ridiculous.
Okay, you're done, Trina. We'll go to the next caller. You done? Thank you for that. You done, Trina?
Actually, yeah, I'm done.
Okay, thank you. We'll go to the next person.
Yeah.
Mr. Reb the Barber.
Yeah, what's going on?
All right.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, you got a lot of static back there, but I'm gonna try to bury it. Okay. I guess when you driving or something.
No, I'm leaving my windows down.
Okay, let the windows up, please, dude. Thank you. Okay, what is your question?
Hold on.
Statement or?
I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
All right. I guess my question is, and this basically is that's a representative of Englewood.
We have.
That's on her.
No, we have Mark Mitchell. We have Cherise. She's from the WESTSIDE Justice Center, and she's the one hosting the show tonight, along with myself. So, what's your question?
So I heard a statement made, but I think this is my question to it. Because not saying I need the help, but for people that I know that I do help. I know they say job training programs, union programs, all these violent prevention or intervention organizations that have these programs. How do they like what's their way of marketing it out there to guys to draw them into them? Like, what's their way of doing it? Because most of the meetings I go to is like I went to a CAP meeting. The program came there. They stood up. They marked it, but it's not the crowd that they would be marketing if they come to these meetings. So I'm trying to figure out how they marketing their organization intervention out there to really try to touch the lives of these young folks. Like, have some funds being used. I know they got jobs, and I heard somebody just say people just don't want the free help. But the people that's out there producing the help, they get paid off of federal funds. The same funds that's being paid off of taxpayers' dollars. So I'm trying to figure out what hard work are they putting out there to really draw people in to these programs. Because I'm not here. Now, I can't see them from that way.
So I'll try and address your question. It was kind of challenging to hear, but I will say many of the organizations that are here in the state of Illinois that are doing work and we're not charging a fee for, we do a lot of word of mouth advertising, because what we do know is that most of the communities that we serve, they are not on social media. We serve a lot of people that have been affected by gun violence, or they've been affected by incarceration or various other things. And so we don't always advertise on social media because it's not seen. Many of our people come in either from, they've been incarcerated and they need help, or they've been homeless and they need help, or word of mouth. And so we share information that way. We're also listed in many of the literatures that you'll find in some of the books that are coming from 10 South Kedzie or from any of the other legal aid agencies. And so we share information that way. We also do a lot with CPD, where we're at CPD, once or twice a month for people that have a background, helping them get their backgrounds cleared, again, at no charge to the community. We do resource fairs, many of our organizations, once or twice a month. And you'd be surprised, as much as we say information is free and we have free things to give, we may have a benefit fair that's from 10 to 2, and we may only have 20 people that come through the door. And if it rains or snows or it's too hot outside, we may only have 2 or 3 people that come through the door. And so we do have help, and we really are trying to assist the community, but we have to share by word of mouth for people to come out and get that assistance.
All right, let me ask you this question, because you say you're an organization, right? You're an organization on the WESTSIDE?
Yes.
All right, so this is my question. Yeah, I'm just needing help because being out here, I'm looking at both sides, and I'm like, man, something wrong. So my question is this: if I may add, in the data of you guys' resources, how much in dollars do you guys get in resources, and how much is your organization worth?
So the money that we give, 98% of the funds that we receive from the state, we give back out to the community and to other organizations to do the work that we're doing in the community.
And how much is that? Are you
we're not paid corporate America salaries at all. A lot of us are doing our best to do what we can in the community, but we're not paid, for those of us that have degrees and the education and the work experience, we're not necessarily paid market rate. We do the work we do because it's something we desire to do and we enjoy doing, not because the pay is all that great.
I understand. I'm not talking about paying your pocket. I'm talking about in an organization. How much is the organization worth?
Well, every
organization got to pay you guys. So, I mean, like, I know how it's set up. So how much is the organization worth?
Right. Every organization is going to be worth something different, sir.
I know. I got an organization. I put money from my business. I don't get no money, no profit fund. So I mean, I might not be worth nothing. So I'm willing, but I give out a lot of help. So I'm trying to say, how much is a big organization?
Okay,
worth?
hold it. Reb, I don't know where you're going with this, but we're trying to stay real closer to.
I promise you I'm going, but she's going around my question. She knows she is. She starts talking about.
I'm not going to question about how much I
just because Reb,
I want the right answer.
Reb, hold it. We can't.
Yeah.
It's like you're breaking up and you're screaming. She is the host as well as myself, so we got to respect the host and try to.
All right.
Try not to be aggressive with the host. She's just here to give information out, about what's going on.
I'm not being aggressive, but I don't want my.
Okay, so
I'm not trying to be aggressive.
No, but I'm just
all.
saying what I'm asking you.
You know what
I'm asking you for me to stand down, and you question about her organization, all that, and we're not here for that. We're here to help the community. This is exactly what they do. That probably another day, another time.
Benefits is finna be, Mark, now benefits finna be off. Can't nobody teach nobody about how to sit up there and lose their benefits when the government taking their benefits away.
Okay.
So what is it that we talking about?
Was you here from the beginning?
No, I wasn't here from the beginning, but I was here enough to hear some things out here.
Hold it. That means you probably need to put your phone on mute and listen. Okay, before you start talking. I'm telling you, read the screen. Everything is on the screen that we're talking about. We've been talking about some valuable information, good information here. All right, so you probably want to. I'm being honest with you. You probably want to listen and read the screen and screenshot the screen that's up here and read through some of these things. There's some serious changes been taking place, and I'm quite sure the population that you work with will be affected. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Martin, to answer his question, we're nonprofits. which means we don't make a profit at the end of the day. We don't have a profit, so we're really not worth anything.
Right.
Okay, but I sweat equity. What we put in the community, nonprofits are allowed to maintain a profit or make a profit. So we're worth absolutely nothing but our sweat equity, the work we put in. Go ahead to your next one, Mark.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Before we get ready to end, Sharice, could you give us another rundown real quick, about the changes to work requirements real quick for those that just came in late?
And, awesome. Definitely will do.
Yes.
Some of the changes that will take effect on December the 1st of 2025. Individuals between the ages of 18 and 64 must work an average of 20 hours per week. Those hours can be paid hours or volunteer hours. If individuals do not work a minimum of 80 hours per month for 3 months, they risk losing their SNAP benefits for up to 3 years. This does not apply to individuals that are older than 64, or they are taking care of individuals in their household that may be incapacitated, are medically certified, or physically, mentally unable to work. They're in a drug treatment program, in a rehab program, or they themselves are incapacitated.
Okay. And I think that's a great information, because I want you guys to, Sharice and Mark, forgive me, because a lot of people, they come in late and they don't hear everything, and they just, come on in and say, but we get those too. I know a real person, he really don't mean no harm, anything like that, but he's real passionate about the work he do in the community, as well as you guys, Teamwork Englewood and the Westside Justice Center. I know just doing great work, boots on the ground in the community. Even one of the organizations that I work for too as well, Urban Roots Alliance. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey, Mark.
So,
Mark,
go ahead,
so
Mark.
Look, Sharice, what is that food pantry name again? Chicago?
Greater Chicago Food Depository is partnering with many of the community pantries in the community to continue to provide food. And so I encourage community-based organizations to reach out to food pantries in your neighborhood, as well as the Greater Chicago Food Depository, to see how we can continue to be a benefit to our communities.
So Reb could call them if he has a church and try to be a food pantry at this time, right?
That is correct, yes.
Right. So we'll get that number to you, Mark.
Okay.
You can post it. It's gonna get next year not gonna be like before. We know that. Beyond that period, it's gonna get rough for some people. And that's what we all buy together.
Right.
So thank you for having us, Mark.
Okay, no problem. All right. Thank you so much. Westside Justice Center in the house. All right. Teamwork Englewood. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Y'all don't be mad at me, but I got to shout my little organization now that I work with Urban Roots Alliance. They doing great work. I'm working right along with them as well. So I want to give them a shout out. So thank you again, Mr. Mark Mitchell and Miss Sharice. I appreciate you guys. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. What is it? Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I love being black. Thank you, people. Please share the video. Tag someone. Thank you, Mark. Please tag, share. Please put it in your groups. Put it in your groups. And Reb, I'm going to get back with you with the necessary information that we want. So thank you. That's it, Mark. That's it, Sharice. Anything else?